This is gonna be my new thing. I'm just gonna walk and make faces. Geeks of the week. Steph, what is this? What am I doing? I don't know. I'm sorry I couldn't stay the whole weekend, especially since I missed your Tiny Tina, which looked wicked. I'm super happy for you that you got John Romita's Jr. signature. Paro, how dare you not be there when I was there? But it sounded like you had just as much fun as I did at the convention. Your costume rocked, and I hope to meet you one day randomly at the Target. You know why. Luluko, of course you're part of this channel. I would flip my shit if you weren't here. I have to meet you. I don't think it's fair that the other geeks have met you. They're hogging up all the Luluko. Not fair. Uh-uh. And I have heard of Fun Home. I enjoyed your review. I actually have it. It's on my read pile. I always like comics that don't involve superpowers or anything crazy like that. It shows how diverse the medium is. And Nikki, thank you for chaperoning me, introducing me to all your awesome friends, taking all the pictures. I seriously owe you one. And I always pay my debts. Wait, that's the Lannister Creed. I'm sure you guys are sick of us talking about Comikaze, so I'm going to give you a quick recap followed by the thank yous. But for this, I need my formal attire. Bamf. Okay, let's start with the meetings. I got to meet Paul from Fangasm. He was super cool and friendly. The other cast members were there. They all looked very chill, but I was too nervous to approach them and they looked busy. I also got to meet Steph's friend Mel, who is Widow of the Stars cosplay. And I believe I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Nikki introduced me to Camden Joy from Buffy fame. Yes, he was there again, and him and Nikki are basically BFFs now. I got to see a lot of awesome costumes, take a lot of cool pictures, resisted the urge not to get kicked out by trying to steal the Ghostbusters car at the one, because I would have. Of course, the highlight of the convention was I got to meet and hang out with Steph and Nikki. Nikki is one of the funniest, easiest persons to get along with. If you don't get along with her, there's probably something wrong with you. She's sweet, considerate. If you were going to build the perfect friend, it'd be Nikki. Then there's Steph, who, if she's your friend, she's genuinely excited to see you. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that happy to see me ever. She seriously made me feel special. I'm sure she makes all her friends feel the same way. I'm truly blessed to call her and the rest of the geeks my friend. So, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Here's a bit of comic news that made national news. Earlier in the week, it was announced there's going to be a Miss Marvel comic next year, and it's going to star a new character named Kamala Khan, the daughter of a Pakistani immigrant. To this, I say yes! I love new characters in mainstream comics. The fact that she's a girl and comes from a diverse background, that's a double win. There needs to be more of that in comics so it can expand its audience. I, for one, am looking forward to the new series. I think it's that time again for the return of the best comic review in the world. Yes! I'm gonna kick things off with Forever Evil Issue 3, written by J.F. Johns and art by David Finch. And the crime syndicate has taken over the world, and the only ones left to stop them are other villains, like Lex Luthor, Black Adam, the other rogues. Because that's what happens when you get too many villains in one room. It becomes a penis measuring contest. They all just whip it out. And if you got a mental image of that, I do not apologize. I've said this before, but the best word I could use to describe this series is engaging. The heroes are the underdogs, and it has a quality that people don't like to admit to themselves, but sometimes you like to root for the bad guy. One of the negatives is you don't get the whole story in certain sections, like the fight between Ultraman and Black Adam, or the rogues dealing with the other members of the crime syndicate. Still, thus far, the story does pack a lot of punch, and it is worth the read, and right now I rate it 4 out of 5. Next, Amazing X-Men issue 1, written by Jason Aaron and art by Ed McGuinness. And many moons ago, Nightcrawler gave his life to the mutant cause. And this issue finds him in a regular day in heaven, which I imagine would be like eating all the pie you want and never getting fat, when he becomes invaded by Nightcrawler's father, Azrael. Nightcrawler is one of my favorite X-Men, and I am stoked to have him back. We see him back to his swashbuckling days. I have to say, the best part of this comic was the artwork. It was stunning. The drawback is it has the same writer as Wolverine and the X-Men, and that's hit or miss. The biggest drawback is that he involves too many characters and becomes an incoherent mess, and elements of that is in this issue. Because of that, it's not a must get, it's a pickup if you want something extra. I rate this issue 3.5 out of 5. Finally, Alex Placida issue 1, written by Jonathan Luna and Sarah Vaughn, art by Jonathan Luna. And this sci-fi drama set in the not-too-distant future where technology has made our lives even more convenient and there are realistic androids. Alex is a regular member of this society and receives one of these androids, and he has to decide if he should keep it. Which, if you ask me, sounds like a Small Wonder ripoff. Anybody remember Small Wonder? Anybody? She's a small wonder. This issue does an excellent job setting up this new world and making it accessible to anybody who reads it. You don't have to be a heavy sci-fi junkie to appreciate it. Most of Jonathan Luna's stories are character-driven. There's potential here with the plot, but even if he doesn't explore the topic of artificial intelligence or the way our society is heading, he knows how to craft characters that will make you emotionally invested. This is a great start to the series, and I rate it 5 out of 5. Verily, the new Thor movie cometh out today. I shall watch it and give thy opinion next week. Remember to subscribe to the Fellowship of the Geeks. Like our the Facebook. Follow me on the Twitter. Check out the other more honorable geeks and stay thy geeky. Have at thee! Sadly, I have no Comikaze footage like the rest of the geeks, but I could recreate Steph's fashion show. Bam! Bam! Bam!